Hey everyone, hopefully you're doing okay. My name is Andy, my channel is Finding Value, and if you guys are interested in looking for undervalued investment opportunities, click subscribe. I'm going to go over gold and silver, one of my favorite sectors. We're going to do some technical analysis. I know we had a down day today, so we were going up and up and up and up and up. The trend is your friend, so you always project that the trend's going to continue until it doesn't. But let's see if the trends are continuing. Let's see if we broke any trends. So let's dive in here and let's see if we can make any sense of the down move today. So this is gold and silver. Jumping in, down day for gold and silver. We're going to look at a big picture view on some of this stuff. No broken trends that I can tell. And I think it's just short-term volatility. Again, this is financial education only. You guys are going to have to do your own due diligence. You're going to have to make sure it fits in with your strategic outlook for your investments. And I don't want to be responsible for your losses, only your gains. And that's just a joke, okay? I want you guys to win in the end. So 10-year treasury yield. This is an important one to monitor. Gold and silver and the market, at least this is what the market's perception is. The market does not like higher 10-year yields. It doesn't like it for gold and silver. Every time this thing goes up, it gets sold off. Gold and silver sells off when the 10-year U.S. Treasury yield goes up. We are at, right here, a support line. An uptrend support line where this could hit it and bounce higher. This could go higher here. And if it goes higher, we could see a pullback in gold and silver. So that's one that we need to monitor. And you can have gold and silver go up in an increasing interest rate environment. It just means that inflation is outpacing the pace of the interest rates. But the market at this point views when the 10-year goes higher, that gold and silver, they usually sell off. That's how the market views it, and that's how I have to view it. Let's zoom in on this. This is what it looks like. We can see it was an up day today. I don't know if it ended at 1.95%. Either way, it was up. And gold and silver do not like increasing interest rates. Doesn't mean they'll stop it. They just don't like it at the moment. Because inflation, if inflation comes and it's felt big time, I think we'll see a big move in gold and silver. The dollar was up quite a bit today, 0.7%. That is a headwind for our commodities and precious metals. Now, precious metals aren't directly correlated to the dollar. They're loosely correlated. So just because this goes up doesn't mean that it will automatically go down. You can have the dollar go up and gold go up at the same time. I'm just saying there's a loose correlation between that, but commodities overall are tied to the strength of the dollar or the weakness of the dollar. So looking at the dollar chart from a long-term perspective, we broke to the downside in 2020, and we are still in this downtrend. There's nothing to worry about. So just hold on. Here's GLD. I use that just because that's what was currently active and updated. So I'm just using this as a proxy for the gold price. Came on up, and then we had a large gap down sell-off. That's what I'm seeing here. But it is a hammer. We do have a wick in the bottom, and the momentum may be coming back up. So we'll see where it goes. Silver, very roughly the same chart. We came into this pattern here. It came up and sold off, came up again, and then we got hammered down, basically. So gold and silver got hammered. I don't think the trend is necessarily broken. We just have to wait and see where it goes. But if yields go higher, this could go sideways or lower. It could. That's one to watch is yield. GDX, from a big long-term perspective, I think we're still good to go. It's good. I mean, we could have a little bit of a pullback, but from a big picture view, I'm not too worried. GDXJ, I would say the same thing. Draw on the trend line. We are still above this support line, and it's looking just fine from a long-term perspective. Could this come back and tag the support line? Very well could. Very well could. Here's SILJ. I drew it from a big long-term perspective. You could draw a line through here as well. It doesn't look too bad, and we could pull back a little bit, but doesn't look too bad. We'll see what happens. EXK, again, the downtrend break. You can also draw a line through here. It broke through that, so it could be back testing this line if you were to draw it across sideways here. So we could back test and come back a little bit. First Majestic Silver, we are still above its big long-term trend line. It broke it to the upside, back tested, and we pulled up higher. I think it looks pretty good. And then Hecla Mining, big long-term trend line here. We broke to the upside. You may see this come and pull back to this trend line and retest it. So we could have some retests going on here. The sellers did step in today. The market conditions, basically, 10-year yield went higher, dollar went higher. People saw it, and I think they just said, sell it. Again, this is short-term movements, short-term volatility. The big long-term picture, still intact. So what am I doing? I'm doing nothing. I'm just sitting here watching it. It doesn't scare me. I'm just watching the movements. If everything's intact, you have nothing to worry about. If you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up. If you guys have any questions or concerns, please leave it in the comment section. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.